Okay. So what is your favorite EPL team?
Well, definitely Manchester City can't go wrong there.
Why?
Well, it's been a rough ride for them. They've been like in different like divisions of the English like football scene. They made it up. Well, yes, they got a bit of like capital in and stuff. They call it oil money. Well, they can call it what they want. All of them are just jealous about it. But well, the thing is, they just proved that well, you can build from like small team up until well, what I regard now as a big team.
I'm glad that you took them going to the bottom. See now they are in big time now. They're in big, would you still be a Man City fan even after the proven guilty?
Yeah, well, definitely. Well, you can't just you can't be like on the side now because the thing is, when it goes well, you support your team. Now suddenly it doesn't go well anymore. You can't then just say like no, you like I have to get another team or something like that. So well, if they go to the championship, I'll support them there. We'll be back the next year, and we just carry on.
That's good. That's good. You're a true citizen. So okay, now let's see. We're going to rank these middle fielders.
Okay.
KDB, Yaya Torre, and Silva.
It's difficult, but well, for what he's done and for well what we've won thanks to him in the past couple of years. Number one, definitely KDB. With Yaya Toure and with David Silva, it's difficult, but I would have to go with David Silva first because, well, he's a club legend. You can't deny what he has done as well for the club. Like looking at, let's say, Foden and, well, even Cole Palmer that left, they basically play the style that David Silva played. So he rubbed off completely on Man City as a whole. And while Yaya Toure, brilliant player, can't deny what he's done. But the main thing is he had a couple of seasons where he really performed. He wasn't. He didn't. He performed very well. Like it's standards that you can't obtain. Let's say throughout a couple of seasons. Well, that's why De Bruyne. That's why he's like the number one because he's doing that. But with Torre, he had like his ups and downs and so on. But brilliant player.
So now, David Silva or Penado?
Very similar players. Very similar players, but I have to go with the club legend, David Silva.
Really?
Yeah.
Or Penado?
Yeah.
What? Okay. Okay, so now your all-time. Okay, let's talk about the current season before that. The current season right now, what is your take what is your take so far?
Um, yeah, the current season with the recent form, it's bad. We started off very good. Um, it's a difficult season. There's a lot of different teams that are starting to also like bring something else to the Premier League. Like look at Wolves now suddenly starting to play heavy attacking football. It's difficult. I really believe that we still have it. We can still win it, but it's not going to be, let's say, as easy as previous seasons might have been because last season wasn't easy. Arsenal had they had a good campaign, but after a while they just seem to like fall down. But maybe this season it's going to be different because now they have that experience. Maybe they don't fall down this time.
So what do you have to say about Aston Villa?
Bad, very bad.
That's a very bad performance.
Yeah, it was horrible. But you see, if you're going to play, let's say, people in certain positions where they're not really accustomed to, like, where they play like the second role in that position, it's difficult because with Stones being there and Rico Lewis being there, you can't really hold a midfield with those two players.
Yeah. Oh, okay. No, that's what. Okay, so now let's say you are Pep Guardiola. Uh, how many, or rather, let's do the starting lineup that you would prefer.
Okay, well, all in the box, definitely we have only one person there. I know Ortega is good, but unfortunately, Ederson, he's doing very well. He's starting to perform with his agility as well now. Then, let's start off with the right back. What I consider the best right back in the world. I know, like, Liverpool fans have different viewings of this, but while all round, you can't go wrong with Kyle Walker. He presses up these days. He falls back very quickly with that exciting speed that he has. He's just like the total package for me. Then in the middle, like there's two centre backs. We have Ruben Diaz, definitely. Ups and downs, yes, but he was the best player for me against Aston Villa, to be honest. He performed quite well. He tried his best. It just didn't work out.
But do you realize that with Ruben Diaz, we've never kept a clean sheet?
Yeah, but you still can't take it away. He brings in the aerial factor as well. So we need that. Being like a small team, like regarding, let's say, to other teams that has these big centre backs, we need that person as well, like to bring the aerial factor as well. Then the other one, I always like Johnny Stones on centre back. I know this new position he's playing, I like it, but I like him as a centre back. So I would choose him as the other side. And then Gavardiol on left back, I like it, but there's a bit of cracks as well. But it's his first season. Like, look at Jack Grealish's first season was horrible, and while he came back his second season. So give the man a bit of time, see what happens.
Okay, what happens to Akanji now?
He's a good player for the bench, but I rather prefer him on the right as well. I rather prefer him on the right as well. I don't want him on the left.
What about Aki?
Yeah, it's just speed. We need the speed, and the thing is, we basically made a like for like swap with Gavardiol to Laporte. Well, when we basically sent Laporte out and then got him in, because they are ball players, they know how to run with the ball, they know how to press up with the ball, they know how to distribute the ball, and that's what I like. So in the midfield, this is where it gets a bit interesting, but this is my favorite part of City. Definitely holding midfielder, the best in the world. No one can argue with that. We have to have Rodri there. Then on the right-hand side, we have Kevin De Bruyne, definitely best player in the Premier League. And then on the other side, it's a difficult thing because we don't have Gundogan anymore. He fitted that. He fitted straight into that spot, and that made it so much better for us. But at the moment, it's very difficult because we have such versatile players. But I would like to see in future that Foden takes the midfield role a bit more.
So, okay, this is my view. I would say Foden takes the Kevin De Bruyne role. Because
with time, though. With time. Okay. While we have him, we still need to play him, though. Yeah, so that's basically the midfield. I think with De Bruyne there, you have the distribution, you have just that physicality as well, running with the ball. You have in Rodri, you have the holding midfielder defense. He can also press up a bit. Scores a goal in the final as well of the Champions League, just to say that as well. Yeah, so that's the perfect play in that position. And while in future, to see like an attacking minded person as well. I know De Bruyne is already attacking, but having that real like guy that can press up, he can dribble the ball, he can basically run it in the middle as well. Having Foden there, I see that being like the plan as well in future. Yeah. Then we probably need to get to the front. Let's start off with a right wing. It's difficult now because I already used Foden in the midfield. So the right wing, I prefer Foden on the right, but in this case I would have to say being like the inverted wingers that we've played previously with Sterling and with Sane a couple of years back. I like that we can maybe have like Doku on the right side as well. So I would put Doku on the right side, maybe not necessarily at this stage, maybe in future, but Doku there for now. Then striker, definitely the robot there. We need Holland there. And then on the left wing, Grealish, we need a bit of performances from him. But while last year he showed that he can put in those performances. So yeah, that's my front three for now.
Bernardo, Alvarez, all of those.
Yeah, but Alvarez isn't he's not a winger. He has to play through the middle.
Why? Okay, this is what I would do. I would swap Foden, and then where Foden is, I would put Alvarez because he plays well. Yes, he plays well behind. Who's this Haaland? So, but what? There's no Bernardo. Disappointed.
Yeah, but going on recent form, like the past couple of games as well, he seemed very uncertain of what he really wants to do.
Yeah.
Like if you go on last year's form, definitely, I would put him in the midfield in that position that I said that that Foden might take.
Yeah.
So that's where I would put him. But I won't put him necessarily on the wing. I know his dribbling is very good, but we need that explosiveness, and that's what Doku's bringing at the moment.
Yeah. Do you realize that Bernardo can play any position, The only position that is left is goalkeeper. That's literally the only position that's left. Okay, yeah, that's your starting lineup for. So, your all-time City's lineup then.
Still gonna go for Edison in the box, just because of how calm he is in the box, how he distributes the ball. Then right back, still not Kevin De Bruyne, sorry, still going for Kyle Walker. Then in the middle, we've had a lot of bad signings at centre back, so I'm still gonna go for Ruben Diaz. I'm still going to keep him there, but on the other side now, it's very easy to slot in Vincent Kompany there. Yeah. Definitely. On the left-hand side, it's a player that has been a bit... Yeah, he became like a different part of what City didn't want to play, but well, you can't deny what he's done as well, having Cancelo there. Like playing up with the ball... I know Pep isn't really fond of him right now or whatever, but I still rate him very highly. It's just personal things that basically hinders him being in our team. So I'll put him there for now. In the past, I know Clichy was there, but I don't think they basically have that capabilities that Cancelo really has. Midfield. The difficult part for me is I was a big Fernandinho fan. Yeah. Very big. But what Rodri is doing as well now, it's very similar. Yeah. Just being like going off what I liked in the past, I'm gonna go with Fernandinho as holding midfielder, even though I still regard Rodri as the best in the world at the moment. But Fernandinho, solid player, good captain. I can't go wrong with him. Then definitely, if we're going to play, let's say, a 4-3-3, then I'm just going to go off with like the centre mids and so on. So I'm going to take De Bruyne as well, definitely. And then probably Bernardo, no, not Bernardo Silva. I'm going to take David Silva as well in the midfield. Then the front three. This is where it gets difficult because I'm a very big Aguero fan. Very big. Very big. Very controversial as well now. So I'm gonna name the striker first, just because of what I just said about the past and so on. That one goal from Aguero. Yeah. When Peter Drury was like going mad and stuff like that, that's something I can't forget. So I will slot him in, even though Haaland, it's a difficult one, but Aguero definitely. He was one of my heroes. That's why I basically started also supporting City. I like the way he played. He wasn't like the usual striker as well. He came back on the fence sometimes and he could dribble the ball. He wasn't like the physical guy always, but he still had those capabilities as well. And then with the wingers, always a fan of the inverted wingers, and it worked so well for us for so long. So on the left, I would have Leroy Sané. On the right, I would have Sterling.
Like Raheem.
Yes.
Raheem over Foden.
Yes.
Hey. So that's your all-time.
All time.
Okay, that's you. That's you. What? What? I would even put Bernardo there over Sterling.
No. Go look at his stats. Look at how many goals he's scored. Look at how many assists he's had for City.
Yeah.
He's been a good player.
Okay. All right.
And that's also the explosiveness because now let's say you can't take Bernardo and let's say just put him on the left side. You can't do that.
Yeah.
So playing the introverted wingers, those two, they complemented each other so well by let's say switching the whole time.
Yeah.
So that's the reason I make that choice. The explosiveness firstly, and then also the adaptability of just switching.
We've had Checo. We've had Yaya Torre. Okay, that's fine. So now, Rod. Like, there's a very huge debate about, okay, let's go prime Busquets or prime Rodri.
Do you think that Rodri has reached his prime already?
Hey, mate.
Because that can determine my answer though.
Yeah. Okay, fair. He's going. He's going there. Busquets, guys.
Yeah, no, well, that's why I'm saying, well, if, let's say, we have Rodri, we don't know if he's at his prime yet.
Yeah.
So I can't tell you now that he's better than Busquets was.
All right.
Because Busquets was class on field.
All right.
He could basically distract other players where to make gaps for others as well.
Yeah.
And that being a holding midfielder.
Okay.
So definitely in this current state, prime, let's say the form that Rodri has now, and prime Busquets, you have to take Busquets. It's basically he's one of the goats of the holding midfield. So you can't pick anyone else at this moment.
Yeah. Okay, that works. Okay, so now, what's your final prediction for City so far since you've seen this season? What's like your top four? Who's going? Yes.
It's going to be a difficult one, but well, I think things are starting to make a bit more sense now because well, Tottenham, they are falling out of the bus a bit. As usual, yes. So I'm going to start at number 4 first.
Yeah.
I think that's a better option to start at. I want to say Newcastle, but I'm not too sure with them. I'm not too sure with them. So maybe still we can have like a team like, let's say, maybe United, maybe Tottenham, maybe one of those teams.
Yeah.
But one or the other, it's not going to be both of them. At number 3, I'm going to say it has to be Liverpool at this current moment. Because there's something is starting to click. They are basically playing like they are playing Alexander-Arnold up the field as well, and that's giving them totally a different aspect as well. It's working out for them. And I've been saying this: he has to play in the midfield. He's not a right back. You have to be able to defend to be a right back.
Yeah.
So I think they will probably be at around about 3. And then number 1 and 2, I think it's going to be a close one this year. But well, Pep said it, I didn't.
Yeah.
He said that he can see that City can still win it this year. So it might be bias. I still think my team's going to take it this year. So it's number 2, Arsenal, number 1, City.
So now, with that being said, do you think we can retain the treble? Already Carabao, we're out for that.
It's a difficult
Very
task
difficult, yeah.
because it's even difficult just, let's say, winning the Premier League from winning the treble as well.
Yeah.
Because going from that high to like another, let's say, another high like that, it's going to be a difficult task. I wouldn't mind if we don't take it. Let's say if we don't get the treble, I won't mind it because we've put in the effort. We've given our best. We've shown that we can do it. Let's say next year we can maybe compete for all 3, maybe all 4 trophies again. But I think this year, just to like settle down a bit, Premier League will do for me, and well, Champions League always up top there. Those are the main focuses, according to me. I know Pep would say no, win everything, like get all the trophies. But well, if we have one, even if we just have one of those 2, it would be fine with me.
Either Champions League or Premier League.
Yes, yeah, either one of those. I don't really mind. I would like the Champions League because the thing is we need to now start building. Like we can't be a one hit wonder. Yeah, so I would like the Champions League a lot. If we suffer a bit in the Premier League, it's fine, but at least let's say win the Champions League, then it might just do it for me.
So now with all of that being said, Pep likes buying. Let's not talk about January. Like, I think he will just ruin if he buys someone January. Who would you say would be a perfect fit next year, next season?
Next season.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to get a replacement for Rodri, and a suitable one. Even though I thought Calvin Phillips was a suitable one, it just didn't seem to work. So I think we have to like get reinforcements for that area because we can't play Rodri every single game in the season. It's just impossible. He has to look at his own career as well, and some or other time he's going to say, "Well, I can't just keep this up because we are basically shortening his career as it is." So I think in the holding midfield we're going to need someone. I like Benassa from AC Milan. Quite a good player. He's not as physical necessarily, but well, he's good on the ball. He has the defensive capabilities, and I think, well, I don't know how long Pep's going to be there for, but well, if Pep stays longer, which I actually doubt, then he can really develop him quite a bit. I like him as a player. We'll just have to wait and see on that circumstance because that is definitely a spot we need. Then also, I don't know if it is in the plans, let's say, to have 4 at the back again. If we have 4 at the back, we're going to have someone that plays on the left side. Even though a.k.a. does well, Gavardiol mostly does well. Yeah, but we need someone that has a bit of pace. So I don't know, maybe that could be an option. I don't think it's too necessary for now. But it can be an option, certainly. And then maybe on the left side, because if Jack Grealish doesn't get it, we're gonna have to get someone on the left side as well. Who I'm not totally sure of. I like Kavar from Napoli. I like him a lot. He's kind of similar to Jack Grealish, just way more explosive with his movement. So that's what I like as well, but big price tag. I think we're looking at about 120 more.
But we can afford.
Yeah, we can.
We can. Oil money.
Yeah.
Oil money.
Yeah, we can. And well, midfield, having versatile players always helps. But I think the main focus is just getting someone as a suitable replacement, let's say for some games, let's say for Rodri. That's quite important. I think our defense, even though they are leaking a bit, I think we are sorted with centre backs and so on. But yeah, holding midfield definitely. And just my own preference, I would like someone on the left as well because having Doku, he can play both sides. So we're sorted on the right side.
So now, There were rumors that Pep wants to sign Davies because Kyle Walker, he has 2 years, I think, left of his contract, something like that. So, do you think it would be a suitable replacement for him?
Suitable in the area of speed, definitely.
Yeah.
Because he's one of the fastest players in the world. I don't think he can play on the right side though. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But well, I would take him any day.
Yeah.
The performances he's putting in, like if you play FIFA as well, you see that he's he's like always team of the season as well.
Yeah.
Like I know that's not really a good reference or whatever, but well, the thing is, if you have pace on your flanks,